It's all about the players. We got great players.
It's mental toughness, man. That's what it's all about. So, and this team's got it.
Win one.
For the best part of the last 25 years, the New England Patriots have been the gold standard in the NFL. They've totally dominated the league with 6 Super Bowl victories, 9 AFC Championship Games, and 16 AFC East titles, with a regular season record of 266 to 121. However, the last 4 to 5 years have seen them slip from being the ultimate benchmark of success to disastrous on multiple fronts.
Tearing his ACL and costing him the rest of the 2008 campaign for Pats fans, no matter how many Super Bowls they already had.
So, what happened to the team that produced the NFL's second longest winning streak of 19 consecutive seasons? Well, it's been a combination of factors. Many people don't know that it all stemmed from some key incidents that played out right in front of us on the field. However, there have also been issues that happened behind the curtains, and we'll be revealing all of it right here, right now, on the Football Freak Show. Rob Gronkowski's departure. Rob Gronkowski is one of the greatest tight ends of all time and a 4-time Super Bowl champion who joined the Patriots in 2010. He was selected in the second round as the 42nd overall pick after playing 2 seasons for the Arizona Wildcats. Gronk contributed immensely to the Patriots' success while he was there, but also suffered many injuries, particularly to his back and knee. In 2018, the Patriots traded Gronkowski to the Detroit Lions, but he wasn't happy with the move and threatened to retire.
He's too busy throwing people out.
He returned to Foxborough to join the Pats after the deal fell off and retired in 2019, citing his injuries.
Rob Gronkowski making it official as he announces his retirement from the NFL.
The departure of Gronkowski left a significant void in the Patriots' offensive. They've struggled to find another tight end that could replicate the impact ever since. The Brady effect. Tom Brady may have had a legendary career with the Patriots, but it wasn't what anyone would have predicted from the start. That's because he was a 6th round and 199th overall pick in the year 2000. What followed was nothing short of extraordinary. Brady went on to achieve 9 Super Bowl appearances and 6 victories with the Patriots, earning himself the title of the greatest quarterback of all time and debated all-time best player in the NFL. However, in 2019, cracks in the relationship between Brady and Belichick had grown significantly. This led to the coach to not re-sign Brady for the season. It was a poor decision that cost the Patriots. While Brady was 41 and commanded a whopping sum in wages, it was clear the Patriots still needed him.
I mean, I'm surprised that the greatest coach ever doesn't have a job. Absolutely. But, I'm surprised a lot of things in the NFL.
Brady was already unhappy about his standing at the Pats organization and the way things were being run at the time. He didn't feel appreciated enough, and the player recruitment around him was underwhelming. When he finally left in 2020, the season was dead on arrival, as they had no one to fill his mighty shoes.
Roger, no, I did not.
Now, let's see. Now, you're number 87. And there you
Let's see.
Yeah. Well, they started it, in fairness.
Oh!
Yeah. So that happened.
Expensive trade and draft misses. Any follower at the NFL recognizes how essential it is to get your draft picks and trades right. Miss your target, make the wrong choice, and your season may be over before it starts. The Patriots had several draft mistakes that contributed to their downfall. In the 2019 offseason, the Patriots had the opportunity to draft A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf, but instead, they went with N'Keal Harry. They only too bad at first, as Harry was a commanding presence that they thought would be on the receiving end of the throws from Brady. However, Harry struggled to create separation, ended up with less than 40 catches for the Patriots. It was another miss in 2020. Cam Newton just had an injury hit 2019 that limited him to just 2 games, which was after suffering a shoulder injury the year before. A great passer in his prime, everyone could see these days were long gone by the time Cam played for the Pats. Belichick invested in him, and he went on to have an underwhelming season, a decision that went on to hurt the Pats. Next came Jalen Hurts, available as a draft pick. In 2022, the physical George Pickens was available for a second-round pick, but Belichick thought it would be a great idea to go for a fast separator. So they went with Tyquan Thornton from the Baylor Bears, a choice they would later regret. The errors continued in 2023. Some quick fixes were put in place in the 2023 offseason. Coach Patricia left while they brought in Juju Smith-Schuster, Ezekiel Elliott, and Christian Gonzalez. But the loss of star Jacob Myers that same year proved too costly to overcome. They also missed out on wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, who went to the Titans. The tough couple of matches at the start of the season didn't help matters, and injuries to Matt Judon and Christian Gonzalez compounded the issues. The coach switch and errors. No doubt Bill Belichick brought outstanding success to the Patriots, but he made some telling errors that brought the Patriots down with him. His biggest mistake was not re-signing Tom Brady after voiding the remaining 2 years on his contract. He also mismanaged the Mac Jones situation by letting Josh McDaniels leave and bringing in Bill O'Brien as offensive coordinator. This stunted Jones' development ensured he never quite reached the heights Belichick envisioned when he picked him. In 2022, then head coach Bill Belichick made an error that compounded their woes. He chose Matt Patricia, the former defensive coordinator, as the offensive play caller. This meant the offensive was not as effective as it ought to be, and QB Mac Jones was directly affected, resulting in missing the playoffs. The reins have been handed over to Jerod Mayo since January 2024, but his takeover was not helped to steady the ship. Instead, it looks like it's made them worse, and perhaps that is to be expected, considering this is Mayo's first gig as a senior coach in the NFL. The Patriots have been performing so badly under Mayo that Bill Simons thinks they are in the worst coach team in over 30 years. The offensive and defensive have been taking turns at being awful, and they've both been bad in some instances. However, what is even more worrying is the Pats' lack of discipline. They continue to give out cheap penalties at absolutely terrible times. The last match against Jacksonville saw them flagged 7 times, but that's not even as many as they have been in previous weeks. Perhaps the Patriots' head coach role is too big of a gig for a first-year coach. There's not been any signs of improvement under the man who once excelled under Bill Belichick, and many have been calling for a change. One of the names that has been propped up is Mike Vrabel. Management mistakes. Surely Belichick remains one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time, but he could have left the Patriots a little bit earlier than he did. Still, he could be forgiven for believing in his once extraordinary eye for talent and excellent game management. That shifts the blame to the New England Patriots CEO, Robert Kraft, and the rest of the management crew. They were not proactive enough in recognizing that the time was up for Belichick, and they may have handed too much control to the 72-year-old by retaining him as the team's de facto general manager. That gave Belichick most of the decision-making power. For example, Kraft wanted to re-sign Tom Brady, but eventually declined to do so at the advice of Mr. Belichick. The appointment of a first-year coach is another mistake that is presently costing the team. Jerod Mayo has been around Belichick and the team for a while, and he seemed like an easy pick. Not a good one, but perhaps they could have searched around for more experience. Well, it looks like their little experiment has backfired, but they have another chance of making the right decision. They're likely on the lookout for better options. While they assess Mayo's performance, whether they'll get it right this time, only time will tell. Some shining light. Drake May continues to distinguish himself as one of the few shining lights of the Patriots team. Just some days ago, he combined beautifully with Alex Van Pelt to produce the first opening drive touchdown of the season for the Patriots. He also showed some wonderful throws and excellent decision-making that the Patriots can build on if they're to salvage anything from this season or subsequent ones. Christian Gonzalez is another player the Patriots need to build a team around. The cornerback, who is in his second year, has shown he has what it takes to help them get back some of their glory days. So, if you're wondering what happened to one of the best NFL teams of all time, these are the issues that contributed to their downfall. It looks like they can still turn the ship around, avoid hitting this huge iceberg that could sink everything. But they'll require collective effort from everyone. Players need to perform better. Jerod Mayo must demand more from the players. And Robert Kraft and the board will need to make the hard decisions when necessary. With that and some patience, we might see a Patriots team that dominates the NFL again. Do you see a way back to Patriots domination? Drop it in the comments section below.